The classroom was quiet in a way that felt heavy. Rows of alien students sat still, their eyes fixed on the glowing screen at the front of the room. They had studied many worlds in their young lives. Safe worlds, warm worlds, easy worlds. But today was different. The teacher stood in front of them, tall, calm, and old. Her skin shimmered softly under the light. She did not speak at first. She simply raised one hand and changed the screen. A single word appeared. Earth. A low sound moved through the room. Some students leaned forward. Others leaned back in fear. One small voice whispered a word that made the silence worse. Deathworld. The teacher turned slowly and looked at her students. She watched their faces. Curious, confused, afraid. This world, she said softly, is one of the most dangerous planets ever recorded. The students looked at the image on the screen. Earth looked beautiful. Blue water, green land, white clouds. It looked alive and welcoming. One student finally spoke. How can that be a death world? It looks gentle. The teacher did not answer right away. Instead, she changed the image again. The colors shifted. Warnings appeared. Red symbols. Danger levels rising. Earth does not kill in one way, the teacher said. It kills in many. The students listened closely. This was no longer a normal lesson. This was a warning. The teacher began to walk slowly across the room. On Earth, she said, the ground itself is heavy. So heavy that many species would collapse under its pull. Bones would break. Hearts would struggle. The students exchanged uneasy looks. They had never lived under such force. The teacher stopped and looked at them. Yet humans are born there. Another student raised a hand. Humans are small and soft. How do they survive? The teacher smiled faintly. That is the wrong question. She returned to the screen. Images of storms appeared. Dark clouds. Violent winds. Raging water. Earth changes without warning, she said. Heat can burn. Cold can freeze. The sky can fall. The students felt tension grow. Some wrapped their arms around themselves. But the teacher continued. Earth is not satisfied with weather alone. The screen changed again. Creatures appeared. Fast. Sharp. Silent. Everywhere on Earth, she said, something wants to eat you. Even the smallest life can carry death. A student gasped. Even plants. Yes, the teacher replied calmly. Plants. Water. Air. The room felt smaller now. The students were no longer curious. They were afraid. One student stood up suddenly. Then why is anyone alive there? The teacher turned slowly to face them all. Because humans do not ask why the world is dangerous. They ask how to survive it. The screen shifted again, this time showing early humans. Small figures standing against storms and beasts. They were not strong, the teacher said. They were not fast. They were not protected. The students leaned closer. But they learned. Fire appeared on the screen. Tools. Shelters. Pain taught them, the teacher said. Fear shaped them. The teacher paused, letting the words sink in. Most species grow on gentle worlds, she continued. Humans grew on a world that tried to kill them every day. The students were silent. One asked quietly, so Earth made them strong? The teacher shook her head. No, Earth made survival normal. She looked at the class. For humans, danger is not special. It is life. The bell sound echoed through the room. But no one moved. The lesson was over. Yet something had begun. As the students left the classroom, they looked once more at the screen. At the blue-green world. It no longer looked gentle. It looked patient, waiting. The lights in the classroom dimmed again. No one spoke. Even breathing felt loud. The teacher stood still for a long moment. Then the screen changed. Numbers filled the air. Lines, graphs, symbols. All moving. All red. This is Earth gravity, the teacher said. It is higher than most habitable worlds. One student frowned. How high? High enough that many visitors would collapse in seconds. The screen showed a tall alien figure stepping onto Earth. Its legs bent. Its body shook. Then it fell. Bones cracked. Organs failed. The students stared. Some turned away. Humans live under this pressure every moment, the teacher said. From the moment they are born. Another image appeared. A human child standing. Falling. Standing again. Their muscles grow dense. Their bones grow thick. Their hearts grow strong. One student whispered, "They train without knowing." The teacher nodded. "Gravity is only the beginning." The screen shifted again. This time the colors changed fast. Bright light, dark shadows. This is Earth weather. A peaceful field appeared. Then the sky darkened. Wind screamed. Rain struck like weapons. Water rose. Trees fell. Land vanished. The students leaned back in fear. Earth does not stay the same, the teacher said. It changes without warning. Heat can burn skin. Cold can steal breath. Storm can erase cities. One student asked, "How do humans predict this?" The teacher replied, "Sometimes they cannot." The screen showed humans running, building walls, digging shelters. They fail. They lose. They rebuild. Earth teaches lessons, the teacher said, and the price of failure is death. The screen changed again, this time showing mountains, thin air, sharp winds, freezing nights. Many species would suffocate here. Humans climbed them. Oceans appeared next. Dark, deep, endless. Pressure crushes. Cold freezes. Humans dive. Deserts followed. Endless sand. Burning sun. No water. No mercy. Humans crossed them. The room felt colder. One student spoke with fear. "Why do they go there?" The teacher answered, "Because Earth forces them to adapt or die." Another image appeared. A human body. Inside view. Disease symbol spread. Earth is filled with unseen killers. Bacteria. Viruses. Even a small wound can mean death. The students trembled. Yet humans survive, the teacher said. The screen showed medicine. Herbs. Tools. Knowledge. They watched. They learned. They remembered. Pain became information. The teacher walked slowly, looking at every student. On most worlds, danger is rare. On Earth, danger is constant. The screen showed a human city, busy, loud, alive. Humans sleep knowing tomorrow can kill them. Yet they plan for tomorrow. A student asked quietly, "Are they afraid?" The teacher paused. "Yes." The screen showed humans shaking, crying, holding each other. They feel fear deeply. But fear does not stop them. The teacher continued. Fear sharpens them. The screen changed again, showing time passing. Generations grew. Knowledge stacked. Mistakes remembered. Earth never softened. But humans changed. The students felt something shift inside them. One asked, "If Earth is so cruel, why did life grow there?" The teacher looked at the blue world on the screen. Earth is cruel, but it is fair. It gives no favors, no mercy, only rules. Follow them or perish. Humans learn the rules. The teacher stepped back. Most species would flee such a world. Humans stayed. The bell sound echoed again. Yet no one moved. This lesson was not finished. As the students left the room, they whispered among themselves. Earth was not just dangerous. It was training, and humans were the result. The screen did not return a calm. Instead, it darkened. The teacher stood silently. Then new images appeared. "This lesson is about life," the teacher said, "and how life kills." A forest filled the screen. Green, dense, alive. It looked peaceful. Then something moved. Teeth flashed. Claws struck. A shape disappeared into shadow. On Earth, the teacher said, "Life hunts life." The students leaned forward, their fear growing. The image changed. Small creatures crawled across the ground. They are tiny, soft, easy to ignore. The teacher zoomed in. Poison filled their bodies. One bite, one sting. Death. The students gasped. "Even insects kill," one whispered. "Yes," the teacher replied. "Many do." The screen shifted again, this time showing plants. Tall, bright, beautiful. Thorns cut flesh. Sap burned skin. Pollen stopped breath. "Some plants eat meat," the teacher said. The students stared, unable to look away. Water appeared next. Clear, calm blue. This water hides danger. Creatures with teeth. Parasites that enter the body. Even drinking can kill. The room felt smaller. The teacher continued. On Earth, the ground can shake. Fire can rise from below. The planet itself attacks. Volcanoes erupted. Lava flowed. The screen glowed red. Humans live beside this. The students whispered. "Why?" The teacher answered. "Because every safe place disappears eventually." The image changed again, showing disease. Tiny unseen shapes moved. Bacteria, viruses, fungi. They enter the body, change it, destroy it. On many worlds, sickness is rare. On Earth, it is constant. One student asked, "How do humans not vanish?" The teacher showed old humans. Thin, injured, bleeding. They survived by watching. They learned patterns. They tested plants. They remembered pain. Knowledge became armor. The screen showed humans sharing food, sharing stories. One human suffers. Others learn. The teacher spoke softly. Earth punishes mistakes, but rewards learning. The screen changed again, this time to night. Darkness covered the land. Many predators hunt at night. Vision fails. Sound lies. Humans fear the dark, yet they walk in it. Fire appeared. Light pushed darkness back. The teacher paused. Fire was not just warmth. It was control. The students felt a chill. Another image appeared. A human alone, wounded. Blood dropped on a soil. On Earth, injury invites death. Smell attracts hunters. Weakness calls danger. Yet humans protect the weak. Groups formed. Circles. Weapons raised. The teacher watched her students closely. Humans learned something rare. Cooperation. The screen showed a human camp. Guards watching. Others resting. Sleep itself is dangerous on Earth. Predators do not wait. The students shivered. One whispered, "This world hates life." The teacher shook her head. "No, it tests life." The screen changed again, showing time passing. Species vanished. Bones turned to dust. Earth does not care who you are, only how you adapt. Humans adapted faster than most. The teacher looked at the class. This is why Earth is called a death world. Not because it kills everything, but because it tries to. The students sat in silence. Their fear had changed. It was no longer panic. It was understanding. As they left the room, no one spoke. The image of Earth stayed behind. Alive, hungry, watching. The next lesson began without warning. The screen lit up before the students were seated. This lesson, the teacher said, is about humans. Not the world. Not the danger. The beings who survived it. The screen showed early humans again. Small figures in a wide hostile land. They were slow. They were weak. They were fragile. Yet they did not disappear. One student asked, "How?" The teacher answered, "They changed." The image shifted. A human fell and rose again. Bones healed. Skin closed. Humans heal quickly, the teacher said. Faster than most species. Pain does not stop them. It teaches them. The screen showed a human child touching fire, pulling away, learning. Mistakes shaped them. The students leaned forward. The teacher continued. Humans do not adapt in one body. They adapt across time. The screen showed generations passing. Parents teaching children. What one learns, all learn. Knowledge does not die. The image changed again, showing tools improving. Stone became metal. Metal became machines. Humans turned thought into power. One student whispered, "They build against nature." The teacher replied, "No, they build with it." The screen showed humans using wind, water, fire. They study patterns. They wait. They strike. The teacher walked slowly. Humans do not rush blindly. They observe. The image changed again, showing a human injured. Others arrived, carried the wounded. They protect each other, even when it slows them. The teacher paused. On Earth, kindness is survival. The students exchanged looks. Kindness creates bonds. Bonds create groups. Groups defeat danger. The screen showed humans standing together, facing beasts, storms, darkness. One student asked, "Are they fearless?" The teacher answered, "No." The screen showed humans shaking, hesitating. They fear deeply. Fear makes them careful. Fear makes them prepare. The teacher continued, "Humans do not remove fear. They live with it." The image changed again, showing a human thinking alone, planning, imagining. Humans see futures that do not exist yet. They imagine danger before it arrives. The students felt uneasy. The teacher spoke. Imagination is their greatest weapon. The screen changed again, showing traps, shelters, walls. Humans change the environment. Slowly, patiently. They do not fight the world directly. They reshape it. The students whispered, "Dangerous." The teacher nodded. "Very." The image changed again, showing a human elder, telling stories. Stories carry lessons. Stories warn. Stories remember. Humans do not forget easily. The teacher looked at the class. Most species rely on instinct. Humans rely on memory. The screen shifted again, showing humans laughing. Even in danger, even in pain, laughter calms fear, builds strength. The students were confused. Joy is also survival, the teacher said. The image changed again, showing time moving faster. Humans multiplied, spread, adapted. They lived in cold, heat, dark, light. Earth did not soften. Humans adjusted. The teacher stepped back. This is the truth. Humans were not designed to survive Earth. They became able to survive anything. The students sat still. They no longer saw humans as weak. They saw them as shaped by pain and dangerous because of it. The screen dimmed. The lesson ended, but the fear stayed. Quiet, deep, growing. The room felt different now. The fear was no longer sharp. It was heavy. The teacher waited until every student was silent. This lesson, she said, is about what happens next. The screen changed. Humans were no longer alone. Other humans appeared. Groups, crowds, cities. When humans grow, the teacher said, they collide. The students watched as the images moved faster. Humans argued, fought, competed. On Earth, conflict is constant. One student asked, why do they fight each other? The teacher answered slowly, because Earth taught them that peace is temporary. The screen showed humans building weapons. Simple at first, then stronger. Sticks became blades. Stones became missiles. Humans learned to turn survival tools into weapons. The students leaned back. The teacher continued, on Earth, danger does not wait. So humans do not hesitate. The screen changed again, showing wars. Fire filled the land. Structures fell. Yet humans did not vanish. They adapted again. Armor appeared. Strategy. Signals. They learned to fight together. One student whispered, they're training themselves. The teacher nodded. Earth trained their bodies. Conflict trained their minds. The screen showed soldiers moving through chaos. Calm. Focused. Noise did not break them. Fear did not stop them. Humans learned to act inside terror. The teacher spoke softly. This is rare. The image changed again, showing a human medic, pulling another from danger. Even during war, they protect life. The students felt confusion. They destroy and protect, the teacher said. Both at the same time. The screen shifted again, showing humans rebuilding. After loss, after fire, cities rose again. Humans do not fear starting over. The teacher walked slowly. On many worlds, war ends civilizations. On Earth, it sharpens them. The students felt unease. Another image appeared. Humans training, running, lifting, fighting. They push their bodies past limits. Pain is expected. Exhaustion is normal. The teacher continued. Humans believe suffering makes them better. The screen changed again, showing competition. Humans racing, challenging. They test each other constantly. The strongest ideas survive. The best methods spread. The students whispered. They compete even in peace. Yes, the teacher replied. Competition is how they grow. The image shifted again, showing humans facing disasters. Floods, fires, earth shaking. They moved fast, organized. Chains of help formed. The teacher paused. When danger comes, humans do not wait for leaders. They become leaders. The students felt a chill. The screen changed again, showing humans exploring. Cold, empty places. Dark, deep water. They go where nothing should live. One student asked quietly, why? The teacher answered, because Earth taught them that survival belongs to those who move first. The final image appeared, a human looking at the stars. Alone, thinking. The teacher spoke. Humans survived a Deathworld. Then they learned to master it. The room was silent. The teacher looked at her students. And now they are leaving it. No one spoke. The lesson was clear. Earth did not just create survivors. It created challengers. And challengers do not stop. They advance. The final lesson began in silence. No lights dimmed. No alarm sounded. The screen showed only darkness. The teacher stood very still. "This lesson," she said, "is the conclusion." The students felt something tighten inside them. Slowly the darkness cleared. Stars appeared. Vast, endless. "This is space," the teacher said. "Cold, empty, unforgiving." The students nodded. They knew this. Then a new image appeared. Humans, walking inside metal shells, floating between stars. The room went still. Humans left Earth. The teacher continued. Many believed space would break them. The screen showed radiation symbols, vacuum warnings, temperature extremes, conditions that kill most life. Humans entered anyway. Their bodies endured. Their minds adjusted. The students leaned forward. The teacher spoke calmly. "After a death world, everything else feels quiet." The screen changed again, showing humans on foreign worlds. Low gravity, thin air. Humans moved easily. Their muscles adapted. Their lungs learned. One student whispered, "They feel normal there." The teacher nodded. Earth made extremes ordinary. The screen shifted again, showing alien observers. Charts appeared. Comparisons. Humans survived longer, worked harder, recovered faster. Fear levels low. Stress tolerance high. The students felt uneasy. The teacher continued. Humans do not panic when systems fail. They improvise. The screen showed humans fixing broken machines, using simple tools, creative solutions. They expect failure. They plan for it. The teacher paused. On Gentle Worlds, failure is rare. On Earth, failure is daily. Humans grew comfortable with it. The screen changed again, showing first contact simulations. Aliens hesitating, calculating. Humans stepping forward, smiling. One student asked, "Are they hiding fear?" The teacher answered, "Sometimes, sometimes not." Humans walked toward danger, even when afraid. The screen shifted again, showing conflicts in space. Ships damaged, systems down. Humans continued. Calm voices, clear actions. The teacher spoke softly. Chaos feels familiar to them. The students remember the lessons. Storms, predators, war. Earth never gave peace, only pauses. The screen changed again, showing humans helping others, pulling aliens from wreckage, sharing air, food. They help without orders. The teacher watched her class. Humans protect life, even life that fears them. The students felt confusion and awe. The final image appeared. Earth, small blue, distant. The teacher spoke slowly. Many believe Earth is lethal because it kills. That is not the truth. The room waited. Earth is lethal because it teaches. Every mistake costs. Every lesson stays. Humans learn faster than the world could stop them. The teacher looked at the students. Never judge a species by its appearance. Judge it by the world that raised it. Earth raised humans. The screen faded. Darkness returned. The teacher said one last thing. If humans ever stand against the galaxy, remember, they were born on a world that tried to kill them and failed. The bell echoed. No one moved. The lesson was over, but the warning remained. Quiet, clear, final.